Number 10. Nokia 7.2. Nokia makes some excellent value for money phones, and the Nokia 7.2 is no different. The combination of design, specs, and camera quality mean that you get a decent amount of bang for not much buck. It has a reasonably fast mid-range processor, dual rear cameras, and 128GB of storage. The battery life on the 6.3-inch handset can stretch well into a second day, so it has the edge over most modern smartphones there. And it's part of the Android One program. That means it has a lightweight, bloat-free operating system and guaranteed software and security updates from Google for 2 years. Some of the downsides are that it's not rated for water resistance and the glass back is very fragile. Number 9. Motorola Moto G7. The Moto G7 is a cheap phone without as many cons as you might expect. It is reasonably fast and runs apps smoothly without any noticeable lag, even the camera app. The camera is very good for the price and it won't let you down under most circumstances. It has a nice display and a glass back that you should probably protect. If you're on a tight budget, this is the phone to own. It's more than adequate for a casual phone user. There is also the Moto G7 Power, which has a massive battery if that's a thing you're interested in. Number 8. Samsung Galaxy A20e. The Samsung Galaxy A20e is one of the most affordable Galaxies you can get. It has a couple of cameras, one of which is an ultra-wide-angle one, which is hard to find on a budget phone. It has a good enough chipset, 15-watt charger for fast charging, micro SD card slot, and a fingerprint sensor. This handset has a 5.8-inch display, so it's compact and light. The A20e has the Samsung One UI interface, so it looks modern, but it's not certain whether it will get the Android 10 update or not. It has a cheap plastic build and feel, but it is cheap to buy too. Number 7. Samsung Galaxy M30s. If you have slightly more to spend, the Galaxy M30s is a great pick. It has a 6000 mAh battery, a nice 6.4-inch Full HD AMOLED display, fast Equinox chip, and capable cameras. The build isn't great, it's plastic and the back is a real fingerprint magnet. Also, it's missing NFC, so if this feature is important to you, this phone isn't for you. Number 6. Realme X2 Pro. The Realme X2 Pro is a serious contender for your next budget phone. With this handset, you're getting a full set of cameras, a fluid 90Hz display, and unbelievably fast charging from 0 to 100% for just 30 minutes. Some of the cons include the heavy color OS, no IP rating for waterproofing, and no wireless charging. But most phones on this list share these cons, even the more expensive ones. Number 5. Huawei P30 Lite. The P30 Lite is the budget version of the P30 and the P30 Pro. It has great hardware, 6.15-inch screen, amazing specs which include 6GB of RAM, and a triple lens rear camera. The cameras aren't as capable as on Huawei's higher-end models, but still perform well and you'll get decent results. Number 4. iPhone XR. You can't make a smartphone list without including an iPhone. A cheaper option from Apple right now is the iPhone XR. Even though it's cheaper than the iPhone 11 or the 11 Pro, you aren't sacrificing a feature-rich iOS experience. It has a fantastic performance powered by Apple's A12 Bionic CPU, it has 3GB of RAM, 6.1-inch LCD screen, and supports wireless charging. You're also getting Face ID for authentication, and the camera is great too. Another big benefit of an iPhone is that Apple controls its software, so every model is supported for half a decade or so. The App Store is really strong too. It is the home to some of the best mobile games and apps. On the other hand, this phone isn't exactly a budget phone. You can only consider it cheap when you compare it to the higher-end offerings from Apple. Still, If you want the iPhone experience for a little less of your hard-earned cash, consider the XR. Number 3. OnePlus 6T. The OnePlus 6T is not the newest offering from OnePlus, but you should still consider it for your next purchase. It has a gorgeous screen, decent internals, and a stylish design. And it remains one of the best cheap phones on the market. Like most phones on this list, you don't get wireless charging or waterproofing, but if you want a great phone and you don't want to spend too much, you can't go wrong with the OnePlus 6T. Number 2. Xiaomi Mi 9T Pro. The Xiaomi Mi 9T Pro builds on the excellent Xiaomi Mi 9 by adding even more functionality and features. It also doesn't have a notch because the 20-megapixel selfie camera is now a motorized pop-up unit. The camera is also decent and it's going to give you usable photos, even in low light conditions. What are some of the cons? Well, it doesn't have waterproofing nor wireless charging. Also, it uses Xiaomi's Android skin called MIUI, which is far from perfect. This handset has flagship-level specs and a modern design. When you combine that with the appealing price of around $360, and you got yourself a great all-around package. Number 1. Google Pixel 3a. The Pixel 3a isn't the most budget-friendly phone out there, but if you can spend $400, you cannot find a better phone than this. It feels better than a high-end $800 phone in all the important aspects. It runs on a great new mid-range Snapdragon processor, so it's fast. It has a camera that's as good as almost anything you can buy, and Google included a night sight mode that makes selfies and other shots possible in very dim light. It's covered in a polycarbonate shell instead of glass and metal. This actually makes it more durable. It gets guaranteed Android updates directly from Google, while most phones don't. And it has a headphone jack if that's your jam. There are a few sacrifices you'll have to make. The display doesn't stretch to the edges as much as many flagship phones, it's not waterproof, and it has no wireless charging, just fast wired charging. This is our pick for best overall budget phone you can buy right now.